Welcome, welcome, welcome. Monique Head here, and I welcome you to From Married to Married. It's an interview series where I have gathered some of the most formidable experts to help you enjoy your last holiday season as a single woman and really prepare for lasting love in the new year. And today's guest is Miss Patty Alfonso, and I'm really excited about her because one of the things that really appeals to me about Patty that we're really going to be speaking about is that she's a creator of pole dancing for consciousness. And so she's a facilitator. She's an author of her book. It's called Your Body as a Creation of Consciousness. And so that's something that, as I'm doing my own internal work and really developing my craft as I work with women, building and putting pieces in my own arsenal, I think it's really important to be able to bring new information to women like you. So Patty is all about really creating magic in your life, understanding that you are the miracle and how you really can create miracles in your life, in your business, with your body. So I'm really excited to have her here to really speak about, creating more intimacy, really honoring our bodies, using our bodies as a form of, well, really accessing consciousness with our bodies, really. So I'm gonna let you take it over. But Patty, I want to just welcome you.
Thank you so much, Monique. That was actually perfect, what you said. Thank you for that lovely introduction. I'm really welcome here, and I'm really excited to be speaking to all of you who are tuning in for this now and in the future. So where do you want to start? You mentioned pole dancing for consciousness, and you mentioned my book. So let's go with pole dancing for consciousness. So
let's do it.
Yeah, it's my journey with that particular creation began when I was in energy healing school. And I noticed that there was a particular energy with my body that I didn't really have access to. And so I went off to look for a movement class as part of my requirements for becoming an energy healer. And, yoga, tai chi, qigong, like I was trying a lot of different things, but nothing was really giving me the access to that energy that I wasn't really quite sure what it was, but I just knew that I wasn't getting access to it. And so I stepped into a pole dancing class, and that class changed so much for me and so much for my body. And I realized that I had cut myself off from, being really feminine and being sensual and enjoying my body. And I had just really been functioning from here up. I don't know if some of you can relate to any of that. And so I started taking pole dancing classes, and it really opened up a new sense of empowerment, greater self-esteem, you name it. I just really started working on it, and my body started changing, and I started being really more connected to my body. And then a few years later, I became an Access Consciousness certified facilitator. And so then I put those two things together, and that's how pole dancing for consciousness was born. Now, if you're not familiar with Access Consciousness, it's a modality that's been around for about 30 years. And what I love about these particular tools is that they are really an invitation for you to bring your body along on your journey towards consciousness. And in a completely different way that I have never really seen in any of the other modalities that I have facilitated. So it was just a beautiful marriage of the two things that brought me and my body the most joy. Yeah. And with that, go ahead and interrupt me anytime.
Absolutely, thank you.
Then, the class was born, and so many other creations have come from that. And one of the things that I really focus on in the classes and with my clients and with the men and women that I work with is the elements of intimacy. Yeah. And having those elements of intimacy with yourself and with your body first.
Okay. Now, let me interject right there really quickly, because I like something that you said about bringing your body along towards consciousness.
Yes.
Could you define what consciousness is to you? Because I know that that's a big word. And I feel like there's an awakening that's happening where people are becoming more conscious and stepping into this enlightenment. But I'd like to know how you define it for the purposes of the work that you do.
Yeah. So I've heard a lot of different definitions for consciousness, for what that is, you know, in the spiritual movement, in churches and religions and all kinds of different places. And what has struck me the most and rung the most true for me is how we talk about it in Access Consciousness. And we talk about consciousness including everything, and judging nothing. So the second that you step into judging something as right or wrong or good or bad, or, you know, then you've actually cut off the energy of consciousness and cut off the energy of creativity, the energy of being in the world. So consciousness, the way that we play with it is including everything and judging nothing. Now, for example, like with pole dancing, you could say that pole dancing is a bit of a judgeable offense. You know, this energy comes up when you talk about pole dancing, you know, the seediness and the strip clubs and the drugs and the alcohol and all of that. So if I had sort of stayed with that judgment of what pole dancing is, I would not have been able to create pole dancing for consciousness. And I would not have been able to receive the gifts that the pole and pole dancing has been in my life, and therefore not been able to bring into the world something as different as pole dancing for consciousness. So I'm using that as an example of consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. And if we didn't judge anything, what would be possible then? Again, judgment being that thing that's like, oh, this is the right thing to do it. This is the wrong thing to do. This is really good for me. This is really bad for me. However you choose, whether it's with your body or in your relationships or, you know, whatever that is, the second you go into judgment, you're cutting off the energy of possibility.
I love that. Oh, that feels so good to me, that the definition of consciousness, what I heard you say is that it includes everything and it judges nothing. And this is so, the conversation is so timely, it's so right. Because when it comes to the holidays, you know, we are triggered by food. We're triggered by everything. We wonder about our bodies. Are we eating too much? All of these different things that can keep us really stuck where we are. And especially for the woman who really wants to seize the moment of this opportunity. Because as I mentioned before, you know, in our conversation, there are a lot of breakups that happen over the holiday. But I believe that it's such an opportune time to meet someone, to really open up, like to increase awareness, raise consciousness, suspend judgment. So what do you say? Like, tell me more about, I want to just hear more about what has happened. Like, what happens to your body? Like, how you said the word, you bring your body along. Like pole dancing for you has really brought your body along to this way of consciousness. And this conversation, like I'm saying, is just so important because women feel like, well, I can't find my man because I have to lose this weight first. So I can't.
Right. And so is that a judgment?
Yeah.
The ways in which that you judge your body, you know, your point of view creates your reality, right? We've all heard this. It's been around long enough that people kind of get what that is. Your points of views and your judgments also create your body. So if you're sitting there saying, you know, I'm really fat, or I can't get a boyfriend because my body looks this way, or, you know, I don't like my ass, pardon the word, or
no judgment here.
or. So these are all the different ways in which you're judging your body. And your body is this amazing, magical, sentient creation that is here on this planet, in this reality with you, to create with you. So you impel this judgment onto your body. Oh, my thighs are fat. And your body, who like just wants to play and have fun and be with you and show you things, hears you with that thought, oh, I don't like my thighs are too fat. Well, guess what that point of view is going to create with your body? Not liking your thighs and your thighs being too fat.
Sure.
And the same goes, like you mentioned, food during the holidays. And, you know, the holidays are just a huge, judgeable, insane fest anyway.
It is.
For everyone on this series to be able to get through the holidays without judging themselves, without allowing anyone else to judge them, and without judging your body. Like, what if you could go through the holidays and eat whatever your body desires without judging yourself, and see what that would create?
Yeah.
So everything in this reality, on this earth, in this world, is actually for the body. If you didn't have a body, would you have to wear clothes? If you didn't have a body, would you need to eat?
Right, right.
Would you need a car? Would you need an airplane ride, across the country to see your family?
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I never thought about like that. Everything in this world is because it's like really to serve the body or because of the body.
It's for your body.
It's for the body.
For your body. It's for the pleasure and enjoyment of your body. If you didn't have a body, would you be able to enjoy, if you allowed yourself to, enjoy that delicious piece of chocolate cake?
Yeah.
That salad or those French fries or whatever it is that you desire to have. So the cool thing about Access and that part of bringing your body along on the journey is opening the lines of communication between you and your body. Mm-hmm. So body, what would you like to eat today? Yeah. Body, how would you like to move today? Body, do you want to go to this party? Will this party be fun for you? Yeah. Body, that guy, would he be fun for you to hang out with? Mm-hmm. Or that woman, would she be a contribution to your body? Like, if you didn't have a body, would you have sex?
Right. Yeah, right.
It's those things are literally for the enjoyment and the pleasure of your body. Mm-hmm. And so you take these judgments and these points of views about what's right and wrong for your body, and you impel them onto your body. And your body's just like, but I just want to have fun. Mm-hmm. I just want to go salsa dancing or go for a drive or hang out at the beach or go for a hike, But those judgments and those points of views cut off all of that energy. And they actually create the body that you have.
Gotcha. So let me interject here. So when it comes to a woman now, because I want to shift the conversation just a little bit to when a woman creates, like she's into this awareness now, right? That her body is giving, it creates energy. And when we judge our body, we cut off that creative life force. We go into a different energy that may not serve us. And I heard you speak about loving you first. Mm-hmm. So what do you recommend? How can a woman get more into like lessen the judgment and create more love for herself and her body so that she can feel attractive and really, send out those good signals, the green light to a man who could, to someone who could really be her ideal man?
Yeah. When people ask me about love, I really like to shift the conversation towards gratitude.
Yes.
Because when you have gratitude, there is actually no space for judgment. Mm-hmm. I love this. I love that. I hate this. I hate that. There's already a polarity that's already intrinsically in there. And love means so many different things to so many different people. But if you shift that energy into gratitude, so let's say gratitude for your body, gratitude that it's breathing on its own, that its heart is pumping, that you woke up this morning and you had your body, gratitude that you can enjoy the food, that you can wear whatever you'd like, gratitude for the overall health of your body. And having that gratitude for you as well as a being, looking at your life and looking at the things that are going really well, that you're really happy and excited about, that you would like to create more of, and having gratitude for that. Having gratitude for the gifts that the universe is supplying and offering, and asking for more of that to show up. So really, when you step into that energy of gratitude, it can really shift and change the energy of any situation. So let's say the holidays came up and you had a breakup. So instead of and I've been there, right? So instead of wallowing, and I use that word very loosely, in the breakup and how things went wrong and what you could have done for things to be different, what if you stepped into the energy of being grateful for that relationship and being grateful for what it did contribute to your life?
Absolutely.
That is the energy that is going to attract something new. Mm-hmm. We like to say in Access, money follows joy. Mm-hmm. Everything follows joy, though.
It does, yeah. Joy is a magnet.
Yeah, if you're looking to create something different in your life, whether it's inviting money into your life, inviting a new relationship to be created, inviting your business to expand, Is that going to be easier when you're joyful and really being grateful for what you have created? Or is it going to be a little bit more challenging if you're having a poo-poo party for yourself? And look, I've been having a total poo-poo party for myself recently, so I totally get it. And sometimes, what if you indulge in the poo-poo party without judging yourself? Because even that would create something different. Again, consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. So I'm not judging whether you want to be joyful or whether you want to have a poo-poo party. Enjoy whatever that is that you would like to choose. And so, you know, if you're going to have a poo-poo party, have fun with that. Okay, I'm just going to be miserable and depressing, and I'm going to do it for about 2 days, and we're going to see where that goes and see what that creates. And then like, okay, well, that was interesting. That maybe didn't create so much. Been there,
create
right?
what I wanted to create.
So now what I like to create? Okay, what do I require in order to create the life, the relationship, the living, and the money that I desire?
Yeah, absolutely. That's beautiful. I like that. Because being grateful, right? Gratitude is a multiplier. And so what I'm hearing you say is that, especially for women who struggle, right, with acceptance, because that's a part of gratitude too, is just really accepting. And I love what you said, just about giving thanks for what we have. You know, my father passed away a while ago from ALS in 2000. And so it was in that moment that I really understood the importance of being grateful that I am able-bodied at this moment, you know, in life. Thank you for my arms. Thank you for these legs that are powerful. Thank you for this stomach. Thank you for everything, right? And that really it really does shift a woman's perspective, and it helps me to become even more intimate with my body, right? So I know that you also speak about the 5 levels of intimacy, the 5 levels of intimacy. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes. Actually, you sparked a little something with what you were talking about. So I just want to give everyone these 2 questions. With whatever it is that's going on in your life, if you could just ask, what's right about this that I'm not getting? And what's right about me that I'm not getting? We tend to go into the wrongness of everything and the challenges and the difficulties of whatever situation that is showing up. And if you can ask those questions and just be present to the energy without looking for an answer, be present to the energy. Wow, what's right about this I'm not getting? And you were talking about being grateful for, that your body is working well and that everything is functioning. And for those where maybe it's not, and you are having a challenging time, so what's right about this that I'm not getting? What is it that my body is desiring to communicate to me? That it's using this uncomfortable situation, pain, whatever that is, to sort of give me a message.
That's it, because I keep saying our bodies are sources of information, right? They give us so much truth.
Yeah, the innate wisdom in your body and what it can contribute to your life, to your awareness. Our bodies, they function from total consciousness. And this will take me into the elements of intimacy. So they function from total consciousness. They actually don't have any judgments. They don't have any points of views about anything. They're just like, yay, we're in this reality. I want to have fun. And what can we eat? And what can we wear that like makes us feel good and yummy? And, they function from total consciousness. And so they actually can give us information that maybe we're not willing to receive because of our judgments and because of our points of view. So part of creating that intimate relationship with your body, which will then spill out to an intimate relationship with you and an intimate relationship with another person. And we kind of have to start with ourselves first. Absolutely. And so the tools that I use the most are the 5 elements of intimacy. And I talk about them in my book at length. So the 5 elements of intimacy are trust, honor, vulnerability, gratitude, and allowance. So if we apply these to having more communion with your body, a better relationship with your body, so then do you trust your body? Do you trust that your body knows what it requires? When you go to eat and you have kind of like a craving for a hamburger, do you trust that that is what your body requires and that's why you're actually having that craving? Do you allow yourself, so this is the other one, allowance, do you allow yourself to have the burger without judging yourself? Like, okay, obviously there is something here that my body is requiring from this particular food. And it could be a salad or an ice cream or whatever food you want.
Yeah.
So trusting that your body knows and that it will choose what it desires and requires because it knows.
It knows, absolutely.
So trust, so honoring, choosing what works for your body beyond what anyone else thinks about that. So I chose pole dancing as my favorite form of movement. And people did judge me for that. Pole dancing, you know, my family, my sister, the people at my energy healing school were like, okay, I guess. I mean, we thought you'd do yoga or something like that, but okay, I guess pole dancing. Yeah. But I honored that ping that I got from my body because I thought pole dancing, my body went, oh, yes. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Let's do it, you know. So,
it just sounds like, I've never pole danced before, but I really have a desire to. I just got to find a class. But it just sounds like so much fun. And I mean, I know it's hard. Like I've seen some videos where women are, I mean, that's a sport really. If you're like competing.
It is. It is.
It is. The movement from what I'm hearing. It's just really understanding.
For me, it was about the sensuality of it and really tuning into that really feminine, soft, sensual side and having the strength and the empowerment at the same time. So I honored what my body desired beyond what anyone else thought about it.
Yeah.
Allowance. So being an allowance. Okay, body, this is what you would like. Okay. It's that place of no judgment whatsoever. That place of like, okay, this is an interesting point of view that is showing up. I was in allowance that is what my body desired. I'm in allowance when my body desires or craves chicken McNuggets, you know, and sometimes it craves a green juice and sometimes it craves. So I pay attention to those signals that my body is giving me. And I don't judge myself. I don't go and have chicken McNuggets and then I shouldn't have eaten that. And that's going to go straight to my hips. And I'm going to, you know, that was horrible for my body and I shouldn't have done that. Your body will tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So having allowance and no point of view, like I eat that chicken McNugget and I'm like, oh,
you're savoring it.
Thank you. And savoring everything. And okay, so I think that's good for that. So okay, trust, honor, allowance, vulnerability. So vulnerability is having no barriers between me and my body, having no barriers with anything, just lowering your barriers, being totally open to receive everything. When you cut off the communication with barriers between you and your body, then you're actually just, this is what barriers are.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, you're hiding yourself, right? You're trying to protect yourself from something that really, you know, you're an infinite being with tons of magic and tons of potency. Do you really need to protect yourself? Do you really need to protect yourself from your body? So really lowering all of those barriers between you and your body so that you can hear those whispers of possibility and those whispers of what your body desires. And then gratitude. We've obviously talked about gratitude. And so I just want to give you a quick tool that you can use to start using all of these other tools and perceiving the energy. And I alluded to it a minute ago. So if it's light and expansive, let's say you're going to eat and, you know, it's either burgers or a salad, and then it's the burger and your body goes, yes, that's what's light and expansive for your body. So choosing with your body, what's light and expansive is true for you. And then what's heavy and a contraction is not true for you. So in following the energy, and you can use this tool obviously with anything. Any question that you ask, okay, what is this going to create? If I choose this, what is my life going to be like? And if it's light and expansive, then you follow the energy. And if it's a contraction and it's heavy, then that is not true for you. And sometimes it does not make sense to the logical mind. But follow the energy. The energy does not lie. The energy will always lead you to something greater.
I love that. That tool is golden. So
Yes.
yeah, the tool for perceiving,
yes,
perceiving the energy. Yeah, that is absolutely golden, because something that you said too that I wrote down is just that we are infinite beings full of tons of magic and potency. Oh, I love that. I don't know, that word is just so, I don't know, it just really leaves an indelible mark upon me, because that helps us women to recognize that we are the co-creators and we can create our life, right? And
your point of view creates your reality.
The point of view creates the reality. So as we really just kind of wind down and really come into closing, I really just want you to share more about how, you know, our consciousness, how our point of view can really shift our reality. Because women, we want to create more love, right? We want our man, we want to be happy, we want to feel attractive, we want to feel magnetic, we want to enjoy the season that we're in right now, because next year, the woman who's watching this, you know, it's my goal, it's my big wish for her that she's going to have her man. She's at least be closer to, you know, having an ideal relationship and being able to create that. So just share a little bit about, you know, how this fits into a woman's ability and capacity to create her own life.
Yeah, you know, I love the quote that the Dalai Lama said, that it is the Western woman that will change the world. And that is a testament to our creativity, our ability to see the future and create the future. And I'm not just talking about like babies, and that is one way, but there are so many other different ways in which women can perceive the future and create the future and create something that doesn't exist yet. And so you are the creator of your own reality. And if you are watching this and your desire is to create an amazing relationship, my number one piece of advice is to begin to create that relationship with you and with your body. And when you have that, then that person will show up as if by magic. Being that energy of joy and having your passion and what you desire to create in the world, and, you know, having the elements of intimacy with yourself and with your body, the energy that you will create with having all of you and being all of you will attract that person into your life, if that is what you desire to create. And if you're on this series, I'm assuming that it is. So if you're someone who's had a little bit of trouble creating that and you want to try something different and you're not really sure, I would really encourage you to have fun. How much fun are you having in your life? How much joy are you having in your life? How much creativity are you creating in your life? And you can have all of that for you, then you will attract that into your life as well.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Did I miss something in your question? What else is there that is desiring to be said at the moment?
So the question was just about how a woman can take everything that you mentioned, right? Because we are infinite beings, really. There's a lot of possibilities. And so we have this magical, potent power about us. So knowing that we do have that, right? You've given us tips about how we can sort of drop down into that, relax into that power. You've given us some tools for perception. Now, how can we actually begin to create the life?
Yeah, you know, knowing that you truly are an infinite being with the capacity to perceive, to know, to be, to receive anything and everything that you desire. Really knowing that, because we can either be into infinite being or we can be a finite being sort of stuck in this reality and not creating beyond it. So really embodying you as an infinite being and really taking a look at all of your points of views about anything and everything and destroying and uncreating them. Okay, interesting point of view. I have this point of view. And really stepping into that space of like, anything is possible. What do I want to create for my life? And that's a question that you all need to explore for yourselves. What do I want to create for my life? All right, if anything was possible, and it is, what would I like to have? And what would it take to create it? And I would really recommend like watching this video. I've actually given a ton of tools. I know it's you're going to have to watch it, I think, several times, take notes, and use all of the different tools, apply them to all of the different areas of your life. The questions, you know, what else is possible here that I haven't imagined? How does it get better than this, right? We're really big on asking questions in our consciousness and tuning into the energy and creating based on the energy. So how does it get better than this? What else is possible? What's right about me that I'm not getting? You know, what's right about this that I'm not getting? And then playing with the elements of intimacy and adding those to your life, adding those to your relationship with your body. I mean, there's a lot really in these 30 minutes that we've looked at and talked about that can really truly shift whatever it is that you desire to shift in your life.
This is wonderful. And you have really shared some tangible tools that women can implement in their life right now in order to see immediate results, to really help women go from being in the spirit of happiness and joy and marry, that's going to lead them and open up that path to marriage, right? For the marriage-minded woman. So I love this. I love this. It's such an honor to have you on here. And for the woman who wants to learn more about you, she wants to learn more about you, access consciousness, learning more about how she can grasp this energy and really, you know, really use it for her advantage so that it's working in her favor and not against her. Tell us more about the gift offering that you have.
Yes. So I would actually like to offer everyone the first chapter of my book for free. So you can go to yourbodyisconsciousness.com and you can download the first chapter. And again, this book was a total just labor of gratitude for everything that I have learned. And it's pretty much my story intertwined with the tools that I have used. I go into detail about the elements of intimacy and a lot of other different things that there's a secret bonuses site where you have even more tools and more videos and more about information about access and everything. So I would love for everyone on the series to have that first part of the book for free. And that website again is yourbodyisconsciousness.com. And I would invite you to bring your body on your journey towards whatever it is that you're creating.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, and we were talking before, do you also have, is included in that access to your show?
Yeah, well, yes and no. So you'll get the download of the first chapter, and I have a weekly show, which is Saturdays at 5 p.m. Eastern, and it's free. And you can register for that at consciousness.sexy. And again, it's sharing all of the tools that I have used throughout my many years in this field in order to create whatever it is that you desire to create. Find those miracles in your life. Be that miracle. Be that magic that you truly be. So yeah, that show is consciousness.sexy. And sexy. Register there.
Thank you. So there you have it, ladies. If you're interested and you want to learn more, you really want to take advantage of what Patty has shared, and you want even more, go ahead and click the link below this video and you can get access to to the first chapter of her book. Patty, you are a gem, girl. I have thoroughly enjoyed speaking with you today.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here and for chatting with me and asking such great questions. And I'm so grateful to have been here and to share everything with y'all.
Thank you. We're grateful to have you. We're so grateful to have you. So ladies, if this interview, if this conversation with Patty has really appealed to you, again, I want to remind you to click the link below and get access to her free gift offering to you. And as always, if this series has really resonated with you, I want you to share it with 2 women that you know, because when you share, you add value. Okay. My name is Monique. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.
Bye, everyone.